Another request I got was to show you how you can actually just use something as simple as this button here to hide the information in a block or a div block, or I don't know, big pictures or whatever you really want. But I'm just going to quickly show you how we can use this button here to hide things like this. We're just going to create it down here. First things first, we need a button to this. So I'm really lazy, so I just went over to Ionic here, and we're just going to take the default version here. So just copy this. And then I'm going to use this in my Ionic. So I'm going to go into my Ionic after the grid and just paste this in and change the content here. Click me to see stuff. Awesome. Let's go check if the button actually works on our page. And right now it's down here. Fantastic. That's the first part we need. We also need a box for this to show up in. So I'm just going to create a div box, content here, show and hide content like this. Let's just fix the spelling errors. So these are the two things we need. Let's see here. So we want to click this and hide this one here. We need to add a little bit more to our button. We need to add a click event. So if I click the button, something needs to happen. So let's do this. And the first one that pops up here on mine is click. Enter for that one, and then you get this. We're going to assign a function for this. So we're going to create a function in our home.ts, like we have with other things as well, like our navigations and so on. And we're going to call this just hide in this case. So hide it when you click it, or you can do toggle or whatever really like, show hide, up to you. Just remember the name here needs to be the same in the function. So that's kind of the first thing here. You need to assign something in the div block so it knows what to do, and we are going to use a if statement. So if I click the button, then you show it. If I click it again, then you hide it. If I click it again, then you show it, and so on and so on. So an if statement. And that's being written like this. We also use this when we printed out all our on our page on our sub here in the last few videos where we showed the 4 different. We also use an if statement there, or if I think it was a 4 actually. Doesn't matter for now at least. But we're going to use the if here, and we're gonna call this hide me here. So like this. This is what we need in our HTML for this to work. An if statement that has assigned this hide me, and a click me event that has a function with hide. So that's the first thing we need for HTML here. Nothing will happen, or will actually break, because we're not created the code for this yet. So let's jump into our home.ts and let's go to here. So if I just click here, you can see it ends here, starts here, and ends down here. And we need to create our function inside of this. So go in here just after where you can put it up here, before this or after this doesn't really matter. We're going to create our function here. So remember, we called it hide. And here we're just simply going to say that if we click hide me, whoops, spell it correctly please. If we click hide me, we're going to show something. So make the value true. Or we're not going to show it, then we're going to use the exclamation mark here. Let's zoom in a little bit. So this hide me. So those are the two. So either it's true or it's false. It's basically what this means. So actually it's over here. But right now we're setting the system to just tell it to be either true or false. Right now there's a red marker here because we haven't declared that we're going to be using this hide me, but this will work, but we'll just fix the red error in a little bit. So go to click me, hide me, show me, and now we have this div block that's being hidden and shown. Real straightforward. We're just using a simple if statement to tell it show me. If I click it, then it's true. If I click again, then it will be false, and if I click again, then it will be true. So one of those two we're using here. What the system would like us to do, because we're using this right here, is it want us to declare it, so it actually knows what it is. So just copy hide me up here to export class, and we're just gonna set it to a Boolean, so it knows that we're working with a true false all the time, and then the system is more happy. So now we're just declaring what and how we're using the hide me. It's actually not necessary, but the system would like us to do this because that's how they structured the Ionic and Angular as well. So that's actually a short example of how you can do a simple click me and hide me, and then you can just add all the CSS you want to this. Just add some IDs to this here, or a class if you want to, ID, hide me, box, CSS, whatever. And then you can go to your CSS and assign all the cool stuff you want. Cool, see you in the next video.